So, very good morning, friends. This is Imad. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the very important topics in Dubai, and there are a lot of misconceptions in people generally about how this process is done, what is the way to do it properly and compliantly. Most people assume that it happens automatically. So, what that topic is basically, how to close a company in Dubai. You might have seen a lot of videos how to open a company and how easy it is to open up a company in Dubai and start your business and go for your dreams. What a lot of people don't talk about is how to shut down a company properly in Dubai. And what I have noted is that people have a misconception that once you leave Dubai, it automatically, your visa gets expired and company automatically shuts down, and the trade license expires, and so on and so forth. What I want to bring to your notice is that this is not how the compliance in UAE works. There is a proper setup and a system which you need to follow to properly liquidate your company and fulfill all the compliance requirements in the UAE to avoid penalties, blacklisting, and future, possibilities of you returning to Dubai and running a business properly. So how do we do that? Basically, there is a full set of steps that you need to follow. Once you have decided that you are going to shut down your company for whatever reason, for business, or you're planning to move somewhere else, or you're going to move to another free zone or mainland, and you want to close the current establishment and start a new one somewhere else, or you want to properly shut it down and maybe revisit UAE in the future. So how do we do that? First of all, you have to pass a board resolution that you intend to shut down this company. And when that board resolution is passed, based on that, you will do certain activities which includes paying up all your creditors, your employees, or any agreements that you have with clients or customers. You fulfill all of them. You ensure that you don't have any outstanding payments due on your side, be it terms of rent or your mobile bills or your internet connections or payment of salaries. So you have to ensure that first of all. Once you have cleared all the dues, and technically it is better to take an NOC from the clients and customers to avoid, and even your employees, to avoid any future complications or any compliance claims arising out of disputes and all that. And there are formats to legalize all of them. So once you are clear that you don't owe anyone any money, or nobody owes you, you take your money, whatever is due to you. Once that has been done, all the payments have been settled, you appoint a liquidating agent, which is basically an authorized agent which is registered in the UAE, normally a CA, who will prepare a liquidation report based on the date that you intend to cl- close your company on. What simultaneously you will do is you will shut down all the corporate accounts, bank accounts in any of the banks related to the company on that particular day, and take a closing certificate from the bank. If it is a brick and mortar bank, then the process is different. But if it is an online bank like the VO or the several other which are available, all you have to do is to bring the bank balance to zero, transferring the funds to whatever personal or whatever accounts you have. And once that is zero, then you can send an online request, and it's very easy to close a bank account in UAE. Now you send all the documentations to the free zone or the license issuing authority that this is what you want to do. So you cancel your visas first of all, and you pay a requisite fees. Subsequently, you have already closed your bank account. So what happens is that your auditor will then give you a liquidation report, and it will cover all the formalities, whatever happened, whatever was due, your balance sheet and your financials and everything that comes within the liquidation report that you send to the license issuing authority. If there are any other NOCs that you need to take from the local authorities, the free zone or whatever licensing authorities, they will let you know about it. And once you have got everything in place, then your visas will be cancelled, which can be employment visas or the investors visa associated to the company, or the partner visas, as the case may be. And then the company would be formally liquidated, and the free zone or the licensing issuer authority will give you a report that the company has been liquidated and the trade license has been cancelled. Once that has been done, your responsibility doesn't end there. The visa, the bank account, and the trade license has been cancelled. That is one part of the bargain. The next is the cancellation of the corporate tax account and the VAT account. So what happens is that once you have you need to apply on the FTA website for that, requesting that you are giving the reasons why you're closing the company or liquidating the company, whatever the reasons are. There is a proper format on the website. You fulfill all those requirements, and you have to file all the returns of the previous financial years. Suppose you plan to shut down your company in May, and your financial year is December to from January to December, or whatever you have chosen per your convenience. Then suppose it is 2026, and in in June you decide to close the company. You have to file the returns by the 30th September of the current financial year for the previous year, like 2025. You can file your VAT for your corporate tax returns by 30th September. So you have to file that. And for May or June, wherever you decide to end, the FTA, once you have raised the request for deregistration, they will send you a link. Once they approve that yes, everything is in order, the papers are in order, then they will send you a link to file the balance returns of January to June, or wherever you are closing the company on. And once they approve, then only your company will be deregistered from the corporate tax and VAT tax VAT rooster. Otherwise, if you don't do it, or if your request is not approved, then there are penalties for not doing it in a compliant way. Once you have completed all the formalities, then you are technically clear. But you have to understand that this process takes a long time. So once you have decided that your company is no more viable, or you plan to move on to another free zone or another emirate or whatever, XYZ reason you have for the liquidation of the company, you have to give at least 2 months to 3 months before your trade license and your visas expire, because once your trade license expires and you don't renew it because you're going to liquidate it, there is a penalty for that. Plus your banking and everything is attached to your trade license and your visas and also on and so forth. So you have to plan this exercise beforehand. You cannot suddenly decide that today I'm going to shut down the company, and the process will take a day or two. It normally takes minimum 4 to 6 weeks to create, to do all the legal formalities for closing down the company. And if it is a big and old running company, then the process takes even longer. Plus paying all the creditors and getting money from the people uh, will take time accordingly. So plan that properly for a compliant closure of your company to avoid penalties and surprises or bans or travel bans for the future. And if you want to know more about, or you need support from me for shutting down your company or opening a company, as the case may be, you can get in touch with me. And have a nice day. Thank you very much. Hope this video helps you.